Погодите, а вот этот адванс, вы когда в паке у Энка что ли играли? Вот этот челик?
Это вроде Пеловский какой-то Кент.
А.
Да ты...
Не, ну то, что туда, это 100%.
Чё тут? По трешечку. Прям 3 галактики. Качество изображения низкий. Отлично. Это он типа, блядь, по дефолту мне такое дает?
Включай по максимуму.
Вот кадров. Бля, как было? Так, нет.
Саддам Хусейн.
Ни в чем не виноват.
Бля, тут жанр диалога просто будет хулиар.
Просто миллион, Артём. Не промотать ничего.
А если еще читать не будешь, хуй потом поймешь, что тыкай, да?
Да, чё, блядь, ты, блядь, линейная игра, все похуй там что тыкать. Да,
Бля,
Андрюша?
Коль, тут ты нормально душишь.
Андрюша. Андрюша.
Чисто какой-то, блядь, бесконечный скилл.
Жака.
М.
Хочешь поржать?
Мгм. Андрюх хорош. Ты сам блин делал?
Не, вот.
Нормально. Андрюха, это твой будущий костюм на целый мир.
Какой, блядь. Пацаны, хотите поржать?
Нет.
А зря, пацаны, вы там увидите шок-контент.
Прям шок.
Ну кидай уже
Да.
мразота, блядь. Украинская. Блядь, пока не назовешь мразота, хер кинет, блядь.
Я думаю, аватарку сделать.
Да, блядь. Новая аватарка моя ВКонтакте.
А я думал в Стиме сделать аватарку.
А я как бы как честно мразота, тупо мучусь, как бы и пошел игру проходить.
Неплохо сыграно. Я
Нет,
тоже
Тёма,
мучаюсь, пацаны, и...
Тёма,
Блядь, а
стрим.
я не могу, я тоже хочу попроходить Иисус.
Андрюха,
А чё
Андрюха,
ты не можешь
давай
проходить,
вместе
Андрей?
А?
А чё ты проходить не можешь? У тебя что-то с компом?
Я ж не дома сейчас. Ну, в смысле, я дома сейчас.
Так ты подрубил свой телефон, если у тебя
А,
мощнее ноутбука, блядь.
да, понятно. Удачи.
Sound muted.
Ебать. Смутное время Священной Римской империи. Еще недавно какой-то, блядь... это Карл. Сейчас я много представителей немецкой чеченской знать. Бля. Тупо буду гамно месить, реально. Да. Бля, ебать, игруха красивая, ёбаный в рот.
God bless. Same to you. Today's a scorcher.
Baby girl, baby boy.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening.
Пиздец, сука,
Drinking like a
смешно.
lord.
Пидор. Чисто пидор ты, Женя. Чисто ты хуесос. Дайте, блядь, тайм-аут дам за это. Гандон, блядь. Про батю, сука, шутит он. Ща, подожди, разберусь, как это все делать. И нахуй тебя просто нокаутирую, блядь. Чмо ебаное. Блядь, как тебя не делать модератором? Короче, ладно. Ну, типа, ебать. Я разберусь, тебе точно будет пизда.
Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Бля, я могу себе фейс изменить?
Henry! Get up now.
Ебать.
There's work to be done.
Тупо встаю, ебать, просыпаюсь.
Get up or I'll come get you up, you slugabed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this?
Вены пытался порезать, блядь.
Oh,
Не
Henry.
получилось.
How many times have I told you about fighting?
Кажется, тебе говорил про драки.
It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play
Снова
again,
дрался на
haven't you?
мечах, да.
You better pray your father doesn't
Молись,
get to hear
блядь,
of
тебе
it.
пизда.
You know
Текай
how
села.
he feels about it.
Don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Просто говорю, царапался.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
Роук. Охуел спина, блядь. Посмотрел на него зевающего, тоже спать захотел.
A fine state you're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
Что мы делали прошлой ночью и варианты в диалоге, получаем выберите характеристики персонажа. Строили больше можете своих характеристик близких ограничений. Я был с бланкой выносливость, блядь. Неплохо. Бля. И чё, и как мне разгоняться? Наебывать, наверное, всех. А, ну мы болтали в корчме.
Nothing much. Me and the lads were just having a chat in the tavern. Some wayfarer stopped by. He was telling us what's going on in the world and, well, I lost track of time.
Well, I hope he didn't fill your head with nonsense. Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
Учиться в мечах.
You think he's teaching me sword fighting, don't you? What use would that be to me? Here. I'm not lying to you, Ma.
All right, then, if you say so. I don't mean to pry, but you know your father takes a dim view of such things.
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find.
That's unfair.
Really? So where were you until the...
I was...
You mean at Bianca's tavern? And who was there with you? No, don't tell me, let me guess. Matthew and Fritz. Well, at least you were with Bianca. You should hold on to that one, Hal. She's a clever girl. And invite her for supper sometime. Your father's very fond of her.
Of course he is. He thinks he'll be able to wheedle the secret of beer brewing out of her.
You're right there. You'd think he was planning to become a brewer in his dotage. Still, that's your father for you. At least he's interested in something, unlike you lot. You're too busy getting into mischief to do an honest day's work. If Fritz and Matthew carry on this way, they'll wind up swinging one day. You mark my words.
Think.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
В принципе, да.
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
Sad.
Is Father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was. And you know how his joints pain him.
Болят ноги.
He's too proud to complain. But he needs your help, Henry.
Да, Жека.
Don't worry, Ma. Of course
Не одно у тебя ноги болят.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
Бля, тут еще вот с самого старта не типа спойлер вносит то, что все будет хуево. Так, 30 FPS. Ну все, ебать, как бы компьютер дает понять то, что дружище, сингл игры у тебя сдыхают. Так. Что-то поменялось? Десятку FPS больше, да, стало? Прикольно. Так, это стол. А вот стол. Алкоголик. Ебаный рот.
Could do with a bite to eat.
Ладно, маману поставлю 2 яблока. Так. Окей. Так, и где мы вот эту вот сытость? Как понять, я еще голодный или нет? А, вот, ебать, голод это. Все, понял. Пища. Блять, так я сейчас так все сожру и не наемся. Все, я наелся, типа. 50 FPS. Ау. Да, ну вроде на высоких можно быть. Так, что я сейчас сделал? А, лол. Это типа, короче, семейный типа склад какой-то, как такой хлев называется, не знаю. Я на язычах. Тупо все сейчас попизжу с хаты. Пойду продавать как наркоман. Окей. Тянет ручки. Так, стоп. Украсть? В смысле украсть? Что, блядь, у себя в доме? И пятнышко яблок тут, пятнышко яблок там. Сейчас всего напизжу, пойду тупо на свой первый дом зарабатывать. Ладно. У меня тут не было. Это что такое? А. Вообще ничего спиздить нельзя. О, из котелка можно было поесть. Вот это, сука, лайфхак. А я еще могу в котелок бросать. Нахуй я буду в котелок бросать. На самом деле нереалистичная игра, потому что у меня вот в реально, например, перевес и бегать я могу. Так, где мой пахан? Батя, ты где? Вот ты где. Бля, ну и дыра на самом деле. Это какая-то, наверное, своя есть романтика. Так. Ага. Так, все, понял, хорошо. Как мне это убрать, блядь? О, двоечка, ебать. Здорово.
What's the matter with you, Henry? Didn't you hear me calling you?
Бля, мне кажется, я буду чисто только в это раскачиваться. Силу убеждения и вот в пиздеж. Чисто игру как бы пройду тупо на базаре. Не, ну пиздить я тоже буду. Я буду в крысу убивать, как мышь ебаная. Так, мы еще просто про красноречие, которое... Так, это здесь репутация, закрепившись за вами на момент разговора. В середине века социальный статус играл второстепенную роль. Чистота одежды. А, то есть нужно одеваться классно. Красиво пиздеть. Опасный. Ага. С большей готовностью давать нам рисковые задания. Угу. Так, следующее. Вау. Хорошо умеете читать людей, нихуя себе. Слегка его отравить. Да. Вроде прикольно.
Sorry, I had to go and deal with something.
Well, it's no great tragedy. Anyway, we've
Oh,
a lot of
успех.
work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzik, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arms.
Бля, нормально.
Sure I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the cross guard for Sir Radzik's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? Alright. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Бианка.
Right, so
Пишется
make sure
Бланка.
Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Come along now. Work won't wait.
Ну, Силыч попиздили. Хоть в игре что-то с батей поделаю. Так, это чё? Как маркер ставить? Нихуя себе. А, это вот моя выносливость. КФ. ККФ. Здорово. Бандиты.
God be with you.
Шел ты
I'm with
нахуй.
you, Henry. How are you?
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzik, and the Chamberlain has the cross.
Right. They're here. I can't wait.
Ебать, игры или скипать нельзя.
Right.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself.
Godspeed.
You certainly will.
Крестовину для нового меча. Заебись. Заебись. Так, можно по забору ходить? Так. Оба. Хорошо, ладно, я понял. Нихуя нельзя. Короче, я понял. FPS меня просто нахуй шлет. Так. Хм. Размытие продвижения. Пизда, чё так долго? Хм. Так. Что за хуйня? Почему так мало FPS, блядь? Тональность видимости. Я просто хуевая, блядь. Чего он туризировал, блядь? Это же оптимизация или что это? Более качественные текстуры. Короче, хуй знает. Поебать. Вроде мозги не идет. И... Ладно. Блять, нахуй побежал 30-ка. Можно тени вообще нахуй брать?
Unfortunately, that's not my problem. Perhaps the
Ой,
writer
короче,
doesn't get
все.
out the castle
Я
until his
доебал.
own unhappy story reaches its end.
I only hope Sigismund doesn't get an appetite for us over it too.
Так, ебать, что сюда пришел?
Greetings, Henry.
А, у тебя угли покупать. Всё.
Hey, Pip. Do you want to learn something?
No, I don't think so.
О, Ванек.
Suit yourself.
Я Ванька нашел, пацаны. Это тоже ебашишь боярышник, блядь?
Have you
Без
recovered from
спроса.
yesterday's
Ты
great
понял?
wound?
It was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when a son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. The world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Так, а чё, на чё меня намазывает? На мечах пиздиться буду или чё с ним?
Alright, I wait on the ground by the sheep farm as usual.
Хуя ты, бля.
Are you serious?
Так, ладно. Это еще какие-то дела есть. Надо пойти с должника деньги выбить.
Lord Almighty.
Хай.
Be a bit more careful.
Блять, куда ты исчез?
Good day.
Бля, чё я тыкнул? Это типа трейдиться надо? Не, мне это, наверное, сейчас точно не надо. Так. Ты чё продаешь? Рогалики, зверобой. А, ты алхимик, что ли? Здорово.
How are you?
Как, хаваю, потихоньку хаваю. Бля, как тебе что-то впихнуть? Я думаю, столько добра напиздил. И... Угу. Нихуя себе же описание сделали для каждого говна. Хм, прикольно. Блять, чуть не спиздил. Ебаный рот. Вот продать. Нашел. Типа можешь свои шмотки продавать? Не. Что-то такие себе прайсы. Вот я написал 46 яблок, да, получается? 46 яблок. По 0,2 их продавать. Что вообще хуйня? Ладно, давайте ему немного скину, наверное, яблок. Так, как это сделать? Так, наверное. Текать. Все, я продал. Че, где мои бабки? Где моя Адена? А, вот заключить сделку. А, торговаться.
Can we do something about the price?
Naturally.
О, торговаться будем. Прям рили торговаться. Ебать. Так. Угу. Заплатить или получить. ЦИ. Это что? Где Ц? ЦИ. Все понял. Так. И подтверждение. Купец отвечает на ваше предложение. Если он отказал, последует встречное предложение. Нужно принять его или отказаться. Все, понял. Так, ну... А, там еще он есть страничка. Если ползунок не получается сдвинуть, это означает, что у вас или у купца не хватает денег. Да, вы долго торгуете, сделав предложение. Купец начинает терять терпение, в какой-то момент прекращает торг. Можете понять, насколько близко вы подошли к этой точке, наблюдая за значком .ru. Чем больше золота на фоне, тем меньше присылалось у купца. Сейчас ваша репутация в глазах купца. Угу. Блять, нихуя как все тяжело. Так, стоп. Получить 5,4. Блять, а почему тут нихуя непонятно? Что за помощь? Все, типа я... Блять. Я что, с ним потрейдился? Блять. Блэд. Ладно. Я еще в этом попрактикуюсь. Капусту потом продам. Так. Это пивас, да? Так, хочу тут заходить. Тут, наверное. Оба.
You can't be serious, Deutsch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitors.
Now even the Pope
God be with you,
is
Henry.
opposed to your king.
I'm with you, Matthew.
Such lords as
What's going on here?
Deutsch is spouting shit.
What?
Just listen and you'll hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Ratzik is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your dear will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
and don't forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but...
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant
Короче,
things.
какие-то политиканы, блядь, непонятные. Я этот концерт тупо скипаю.
Wenceslas is our rightful king.
А, пацаны, типа, дохуя политиканы, типа, надо как бы челика проучить за то, что он такое пиздит. Ну чё, пацаны, кто там у нас правит? Давайте сейчас как бы ебальник пойдем бить. За нашего короля. Вот
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some tears all day.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
Ну да, честь нашего короля, пацаны. Так, а я могу откосить? Ну, походу, не могу. А чё, где вот это вот, блядь, выбор, ебать, действий, свобода действий? Типа, блядь, мое слово что-то значит, там, какое-то развитие. Пизда, такие загрузки-то, блядь, миллионогодичные. Что, компьютер вообще не выводит? Окей. А, вот оно. Я сделаю это, я не буду этого делать. Ну, братишки, ладно, помогу.
Oh well. Father can wait a while.
My words exactly.
I knew you wouldn't miss out on.
Тупо говёха им покидаться в то время, это, блядь, наверное, какого-то рода развлечения. Блядь, мы же, по-моему, отходим, блядь, по навозу. Ну чё, пацаны? Друзья, блядь. По двоечки оттачиваем мастерство, блядь, двоечки прокидывай. Фить. Сука, блядь, прокидывай двоечки. Ну чё, пацаны, чё делать будем? Кто тут главный? Кто заводил в компании?
So are we doing this or not?
Wait. We have to check that the coast is clear.
Why? Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a son.
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go and lure her away somehow.
Хуя себе.
Why me?
Because you're the clever one.
Yeah.
Короче, пацаны мне намазали милфу, тупо намазать. Сейчас посмотрим. Хай. Так, подожди. Из дома, да? Блять, вот же оно. На немца. Хай.
What do you want, lad?
Ну, я бы твой бубончик, как бы.
Never mind. Goodbye.
Вот это я...
Your poor parents, boy.
Вот это я чисто допизделся. Давай еще раз. Дубль 2.
What do you want, lad?
Он ни о чем не делал, не помнит, что я отвечал. Вашего мужа
I just
неприятности.
went by the tavern and your husband was in there talking nonsense. I thought someone should take him home before he gets himself in trouble.
What sort of nonsense?
Well, he kept saying that Sigismund was right and King Wenceslas is a drunkard. That sort of thing. Some people took exception, so I thought...
God almighty, the fool. Next thing he'll start on about the popes.
He might have mentioned the popes too.
Thank you for telling me. I just hope I can catch him before he gets into another fight.
Эти все океаночку намазали. Побеги, беги, крыса. Ну чё, пацаны? Накидаем дерьмеца на эту хату. Бля, вы навоз ебать что, сами будете брать или что? Ебать нахуй, как снежки ебать прям берут.
What are you waiting for, soldier? Fire the trebuchet! For king and country!
For king and country, my ass. This is all good, clean, fun.
Nearly as good as having that trade.
Да, вот это фаныч.
Nearly. Now that would be sweet.
Чисто дерьмом, блять, нахуй всю хату закидать. Нормально.
Eat shit, doshes.
You bastards!
You
What the fuck do you
bastards.
think you're doing?
Hey, Hans, can't you see? We're decorating your house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Sigismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Oh, sons! I'll make those smiles off your faces!
Oh, I'd like to see you try. What are you doing here, Zbizek? Hanging out with this poxy Deutscher? Maybe you'd like to try out the latest German fashion.
Все, стенка на стенку. Бля, вот это нормально припечатал.
Fucker! I'll make you pay for
Курва! Ой, бля. Ну чё, пацаны, давайте ПВП ебать. Ножи достаем. Так, блять, опять тонна информации. Рубящий сильно медленный удар оружием. Хук. Колющий быстрый. Так, пинок. Бля. Снять захват, блять, да тут ебануться, сколько кнопок нажимать. Блок. Выберите направление атаки, используйте мышку, вы можете атаковать скрытых направлений. Так, это выносливость, здоровье. Бля, вроде все понятно, поехали, чё. Чё, бля, кому въебать? Чё, бля? Фу, сука. Чего, блядь? Ты как он сделал? На, нахуй. Чё, девочка? Сосёшь, ебать? Блять. Блять, это полный пиздец не пол. Как тут нравится? Что, извиняешься? Извиняйся, сука. Извинись, блять. Говно. Я, ебать, двоечки тренировал, пока сюда шел. Так у меня, по-моему, нахуй игра сейчас залагала, я нихуя не вижу. Так, от кого? От кого? От приставов? Каких нахуй приставов? Ну чё, на хлопцы, текаем, нам, по-моему, пизда. Так. Здорово, мы от вас убегаем. Так. Это, конечно, полный пиздец. Че за хуйня? Почему я когда пиздился, у меня FPS вообще умер? Тренировки, тренировки, еще раз тренировки, ебать. Пока шел до дома, двоечку отточил, просто пацана ебал без шансов. Здорово. Тебя нужно погладить. Нет. Двоечка. Так, ну-ка нахуй. Сюда иди. Силу качаем. Короче, если что, я тупо на те силу прокачивал. Да заебало ты, блядь, не бегать мне. Стой. Потому что в голову бить надо. Ну стой, сука. Ладно, их ты нахуй. Может, она меня сейчас из виду потеряет. Как тут красться на клубику? Ну, там сейчас этот ментяра поймешь, что-то не так. Отхуярит меня. Вот я бы на твоем месте уже в реале бы, блядь, меня на рога посадил. Ну ты типа такая идешь, типа ничего не было, да? Ща он отвернется, блядь. Ща. Вот так вот, не видно за елкой. Да ёб твою мать, стой. С ноги надо, ну, впечатать с ноги, блядь, алё. Кнопка. Оба. Че он такой, сука, дохлый, блядь? 2 удара делаю, все. Мне кажется, просто коровы в этой игре это, блядь, имба, нахуй. Они просто не пробиваются. Я хуй знаю, блядь. От таких ударов, мне кажется, уже любая корова на ее месте сдохла. Только не это. Ладно, что, где мои кинты? Оба. Хуяси. Алхимик в деле, скилл на пределе. С крапивы потом охуенный борщ сварю. Бля, где мята? Ебать. Чё, она увлекательный контент? Я хз, тут надо так выносливость раскачать. Блять, жестко. Блять, люди, сука, через меня проходят, да пиздец. Верю.
God save him.
Hi. Hi.
Save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too.
Ну. Ты?
Your beauty, of course.
Кличешь, твоя красота.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And apart from my beauty, what else might your worship desire?
Кем еще поторговать?
I need
пиво
ale,
для овца.
but father told me to go and see Kunesh first.
I
Пиво для
see.
овца.
So shouldn't you be doing that then?
But I needed to gather strength by looking at your beautiful face. The Deutsches.
Oh, don't talk to me about him.
Well, I'd say.
Yeah.
Дети. Так, стоп, а я пиво-то у тебя взял? Зависло. Так, я должен за ней идти или, блядь, что?
Look at you, lover boy.
Какая разница? Блядь, ебать, столько букв на карте, я ебал. Так, это рынок, это пиво. А, вот, долг с кунищем. Все, понял. Так, это что? А, надо вот с кентами у дома кунища сначала встретиться. Че, пацаны, фарту масть.
Well, we sorted that Deutsch out.
That was pretty close, eh?
That old bastard didn't stand a chance.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on her.
Well, let him.
Good point. It's
Anyway.
How did things end up at the door?
His whole house.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snip. Good point.
Anyway.
Так, стоп. А, типа я у них потом помощи должен был попросить, наверное. Здорово, малый.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
My father
Долги
said
возвращай, чё?
I've got nothing. Clear off.
Давай сначала
I know
по-нормальному.
you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Look, I know things aren't easy. Your wife ran off, booze is dear these days, and you're as much use as a square wheel. It's no wonder you're short of coin. But a debt's a debt, and I can't leave here without something.
If I had anything to give, I'd give it. But I've got nothing. So leave me in peace, all of you.
Ну чё, Куниш? Пизда тебе. Потяни. Мы с вами дерьмо кидали. Кто тут? Ты главный. Тут должник, короче. Да заебали вы с этим немцем, блядь. О, теперь помогите мне.
We've sorted out Deutsch.
Another beating.
Kunesh owes money.
Sure. Let's get to.
Давайте все. Дорами пизда туби, ебать. Чмо.
Get out here, you old goat. I've something to show you.
Живой тут нету еще. Просто игра, блядь. Что это за говно? Ты чё, охуел, ебать? Тебе двоечку прописать? Тихо. На нахуй, девочка, блядь. Ты мне хоть не по лицу пинаешь. Вот так вот, блядь, вот так вот. Я был сам охуел.
I give up. Take what you want. It's not much, but it's all I have. You understand?
Ну все, пиздайте. Чё хуйлом, блядь? Бабки плати, блядь. Пидор. Куда ты бежишь? Хуй с тобой. Эти они. Спасибо. Писаем. Так. Че еще можно? Да нахуй ты сел? Че это за книжка такая нарисована? Сумма. И... Это, блять, нахуй суперсложный контент. Да, блять, я ж сюда не нажимал. Спать. Типа, что, на скамейке, что ли? Бля. Так. Ебать, алкаш ебаный, вообще ничего дома нет. Все пробухал, ебать. Пизда, ну и дырень, ебать. Так, стоп, а я могу туда пробраться? Эть. Ой, походу нет. Ха, здорово. О, глушить можно. Сука. Сейчас будет бэкстап Deadly Blow. Так, Ну нахуй. На удушающий взял. Так, поднять тело. Бля, мне эта игра нравится. Так. Сейчас мы тебя, блядь, затащим. Вот сюда. Так, без сознания. О, эть. Ее можно обратно перевернуть на спину, на живот. Так, обобрать. Ну так вот, блядь. Будешь знать, ебать. Как моему бате долги не отдавать. Ебать. Я не хотел садиться. Если ворочу, видишь, что вас никто не видит. Бля, а что там со скрадином можно было сделать? Так, поднять тело. Короче, я его тут оставлю. Типа, короче, он набухался и сам не понял, как это сделал. Всё. Ебать, тупо ювелирная работа. Что, можно топор забрать? Так. А, типа я топор буду продавать. С такого надо умыться. Так, у меня там 4 еще на мечах. Урок не обещал. Здорово. Перестали еще 3 на 3 ебать.
So, can we get started?
Ну шо, ебать, да, давай. Тупо въебу тебя сейчас на легкачах.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far.
Бля, чему ты меня учил? Я не в курсе. Так.
Very well.
Оба.
Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it.
Да ебать, легко.
All right. Now try to hit me.
Ударить меня.
You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself.
Ведь я могу. Так. Блять, я, по-моему, пока замахиваюсь, уже все проходит.
The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times. Fine. No. Good. Let's try something else. One strike, I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another. Good. All right, that's enough. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of learning. Train hard. No one becomes a master swordsman overnight. You have to work and work. And the main thing is to use what you've learned in real combat. There's nothing better than experience, believe me.
Ну ладно, спасибо. Вот опять. Просто, блядь, стоп-скрин. Те-те-те. Я с этим топором могу ебашиться теперь? И... Пивка. Травничество прокачал. Нормально. Да сука, меня это реально заебывает. Почему так подфризиживает? Просто ебаный стоп-скрин ловится и все. И нихуя не поделаешь. Что за говно?
Good day.
Бля, сколько мне угля-то надо? Ну, один, наверное. Блять, у меня нет типа какого-то квеста, что там где-то прописываться должно быть. Так, 10 угля. Молоток. Топор. 2,7. Бля, там, по-моему, яблок, когда напиздил. По-моему, хватит. Так, резинка. За 10 я 0,5 должен отдать, что ли? У меня-то 4 есть. То есть все, я уже как бизнесмен. Себя хорошо показываю. Так, есть оружие? Вот у нас, смотрите, оружие. Да ебать, этим топором, мне кажется, еще ни одну голову сломаю. Так, корзинка. Торговаться. Торговаться, это не то. Так, 4, да? Мне надо, получается, сбить цену. Правильно? Я ж ничего, блядь, не... Че? Во. Тебе не хватает денег. Сука, я, по-моему, обосрался. Чё, хуел? Давай за 4, дядь. На 4 есть.
Tough luck.
Чего? Блядь, так он мне дал мои угли или нет? Сука. Так. Блядь. Вот я обосраток, дядь. Давай еще разок. Не поторгуемся. Так. Давайте чем продам. А у меня он лука 16 штук. Так. Так вот. Так. И резинка. Чем мне за него 0,3 дает? Че, хуел? 10. Так. И резинка. Блять, это так сложно? Не понимаю, это 0,3 за штуку. Все вроде получилось. Все, сосать, лежать, ебать. Шо? Так, сколько стоит вот это вот побухать, пить? Писа. Давай.
ale for father.
A pitcher as usual.
Aye. Bring me
Да. Все, план, спасибо.
Thanks.
План,
It's on me today. You can pay me back.
привет,
this evening.
стример, у тебя топ-контент, ебать.
Here you go.
Заплати бабок,
This
чтобы
evening I'll have something more for
у
you.
тебя появились зрители.
I can't wait.
Да, хуй соси.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too. Oh, by the way, shift here.
Vanya.
Ванёк.
I suppose.
Ванёк меня спрашивал. Опять, сука, боярышник звал бухать.
How?
Does that say?
Я же говорил в завязке.
You bet I will.
God save Henry.
Спасительный шнапс. Ты хуй. Тебя можно, блядь, угля напиздить? Можно. Так, а я могу сохраниться? Эть, как все просто. Оба. Че, никто меня не увидел? И так вот становятся легендарными ворами. Эйк. 40 уголька напиздил. 40, блядь. 40 напизженного. Эх. Вот так вот. Ну что, сейчас надо сбагрить кому-то напизженный уголь и все, ебать. Можно уже себе что-то охуенное купить. Блять, я все вот эти хуйни не читаю иногда. Кажется, это хуево. Но что важно пишет. Батя, я тупо нам угля принес, ебать. Да, что ж ты просил? Да, поехали.
Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us.
Ты не скипнем, да, никак?
Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call craftsmanship. What does the inscription mean? Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. This will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have you got the charcoal? Good. We'll fire up the forge. We'll put it all together. By the way, someone paid me a call. I reckon you might know what it was about.
I'm not sure.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house. He was here with the catchpole earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologise to him. I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of our king?
The boy gets caught, making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish and war. You turn into a common thug. You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
Think about this. Think about it. Eat this.
Furnace is ready. Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Do it. Good. Once more. That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Система вот эта пиздатая, конечно. Если так будет каждый крафт проходить, будет охуенно.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Henry, are you all right?
Задача выполнена. Я же ничего не делал.
About time. Have you got everything I want?
Kunish didn't want to pay.
Took, meaning he gave them to you, or...
If he didn't pay, then they're still...
Fair point. Give it to me.
Теперь.
Henry, are you all right?
Я не знаю. Я думал, я ему отдаю то, что он хочет. Топор не хотел отдавать.
Do you think we're short of nail?
Чего, блядь?
Do you think we're short of nails?
Блядь, что от меня хотят? Я ничего, блядь, не понимаю. А, я же ей должен отдать. Все, понял. Сложный контент, блядь.
Thanks.
She's fine.
Just wondering, will you be going to the...
We will.
Maybe we'll see.
Да, да, на танцы пойду. Жохан, шпохан, там все дела. А, ебать. Ха-ха.
Fine lass, eh? Now stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire. We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though.
Блять, дайте нахуй мне этот меч, я тупо, ебать нахуй, тупо дестройер. Лимиты прожму, ебать, я эту палку просто в воздух подкину, ебать, и разрублю на маленькие кусочки. Давай, ебать, показывай, класс. Не позорь батю. Не, понятно.
You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzig. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
They certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
It's been an honor, Sir Isvan. Have a safe journey to Sasser.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzig. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history. That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it, like Sir Radzig said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them?
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
Бля, еще будет такая ГВГшка, я пиздиться не умею. Ебануться.
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
What about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzig. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Come on, we're closing! Move it, people! Come on, come on! Oh, Henry, thank God. Get inside, quick, we have to shut the gates! Keep running, people, come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah, get through the gates!
Ебать, тут замес был. Батек разваливает. Ну ёбнут. Сука, и тут батю ёбнут. Ну что за хуйня? Димон! Пидоры.
Come on, Hal! You can still make it! Run! Find a horse! Ride to Talmberg! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Ну заебись.
There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
Ну, из хорошего я вроде угля много напиздил, которого можно будет продать. Так что есть свои какие-то положительные моменты. А мне еще и меч дали. Ой-ой-ой, это что за мной, что ли? Так, стоп, я так не хотел. Так, оружие. Доспех. Так, он у меня одет, да? Что, подразделение, пацана? Да ёб твою мать, как им пользоваться? Я вас понял. Я вас понял. Блять, ведущая рука, не ведущая рука. Окей, даже если ведущая, как, блять, в руки-то тебя взять? Окей. Вот, я его одел, да? Колющий урон, режущий, все понятно. Еще разберемся. Нет, это не то. Ну, пидор, блять. Я понял. Ха. Возьми ты ебучий меч. Чё, балнуться совсем? Что нахуй? Кровотечение. Охуенно. Да ёбаный урод, чего так много? Блять, умел бы еще этот ебаный меч брать. Так, верховая езда. Там, наверное, ничего нового. О, блядь, дыхалка-то закончилась. Меня кончили. О, короче, походу, надо просто съебываться. Ну так пиздец, такая моча, почему не могу оружие достать? Просто обнажить как-нибудь. Ну нахуй ты вот это вот руками машешь. Лучше, блядь, меч достал. Блядь, нахуй свистит. Так, беги. Мы родную деревню напали. Наземцы хочет приносить. Так, меня послали. А, тут даже прям по квесту беги говорят. Наверное, нельзя этим оружием пользоваться. Кого? Блять, я на какую кнопку на коня-то садится? Эштере, блять. Паркур тут не работает. Блять, на какой-то верзилу уже догнал. Коник. Коник. Помоги мне, пизда. Где? Блять. Сесть верхом. Ну, че это ебучая? Ебаш, быстрее. Господи, блять. О, Господи. Ёбаный, бро. Блять. Нахуй сбить, блядь, пидора. Блядь.
Left. Hamburg is to the left, along the stream.
Так, это у меня минус тело, минус рука, минус нога. Короче, я уже инвалид полноценный. Это уже все. Конечно. Бля, у меня конь-то хоть доедет. Потому что по состоянию коня полностью хуёво. Ну, блядь. Ебать. Комик ты. Блять, еще и жрать он захотел. Да, блять, быстрее нахуй! Если меня басут будет пиздец видно. К этому все идет. А, маншу, ебать. Как в ПБГ, ебать, когда только первое место беру. Коня, давай, тут уже чуть-чуть, наверное. Блять, это ебучая метка когда-то достигнется. Быстрее, сука. Блять, ничего, время здесь надо было жрать начать или хилиться как-то, я хуй пойму. Ну опять все заново, да ёбаный в рот. Dark Souls 4, блять.
Left. Talmberg is to the left, along the stream. Go! They'll kill you all! Flee! To Talmberg! Warn the others! They tore its scallops! Run for it! Run for it!
Окей, я понял. Так, вообще зеленая у коня закончится, все будет пиздец. Нахуй идите. Конь, ты понимаешь, на 100 будет пизда, если ты не убежишь.
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Бейте нахуй этих детей шлюх.
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you, and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Yeah. Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
I don't know.
Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst.
Так ебать, хули. Он даже, блядь, оружие в руки взять не может. Ну ничего, ебать. Стану этим ассасином, короче, верну всех, разыбу. Да. Мне надо эту хуйню какую-то с микролагами вот этим порешать, блядь. Мне пиздец некомфортно играть. Хуй с ним, что FPS не 60, ну, блядь. Что это за пролаги, блядь, я просто не понимаю. Короче, попробуйте патч поставить, который Коль скинул. Здорово. еще раз сохранюсь. У меня тоже на ХДД стоит. И типа хз в чем рафлан. Игрушки. Это, по-моему. Типа что, все что ли? А, это Чнапс, это типа сейвич. Все, понял. Понял. Что, блядь? Что это за хуйня сейчас? Короче, типа, хочешь засейвиться, иди спать. Бля. Я вообще, кстати, засейвился. Что это за говно, блядь?
Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived.
Ну, продолжить, наверное. Шо, красиво.
You're that lad from Scouts. What in heaven's name happened there?
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach. I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the
Seems
countryside.
I'm not good enough for the gems.
I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss.
Большая потеря.
Ah, milady. You're fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes. Thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
Я пожелаю good night.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Тик отметишь еще бы. Для чего он так висит? Хуяси уточка. Здравствуйте. То есть она даже одна все не заресторит. Нормально.
I need to lie down before I split my face open from yawning.
Наверное. Хай.
What are you doing?
Тик. Опять мои глаза слипаются. Так. Все. Туда спать, сумма. Что за сумма? Шах. Что это такое? Сумка типа что ли? Наверное, спать. Больше 12 часов типа не спится, да? Так. Это еще уровень сытости пропадает. То есть, грубо говоря, еще 12 часов посплю, заресторю себе энергию. А вон 9 часов, так, получается, ну, вот 100% энергии еще было. Оба. Почему меня разбудил? Я не доспал, типа? Приснилось, типа, что-то? Ничего происходит.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy.
Оба.
Did I?
Ну,
My
привет.
lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
Да я, блядь, уже спал.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Ну, ебать, утешь меня.
Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
No,
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened.
Раз что за эти
It was
припиздил.
terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
Так.
I went to the tavern to buy ale for Father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
Oh dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzik. Father and I always chat in the forge. On that particular day, I asked him if he'd teach me swordsmanship. He said no. He said it's better for a man to keep his head on his shoulders than lose it over some pointless heroism. If only he'd known what fate had in store for us.
Oh.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. I saw smoke on the horizon from a village Sigismund pillaged on the way to our town, which was soon to meet the same fate.
God have mercy.
And then death descended in Skalitz. The gate to the castle was open. The bells and horns sounded the alarm, and the villagers ran to the castle to take cover. They were carrying the few possessions they could grab in haste, and I saw the terror in their eyes.
I can't even imagine how awful it must have been.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I no longer heard any sounds of battle coming from the castle, so Sigismund's army must have regrouped and started preparing for siege.
No doubt you're right.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
Нормально.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride.
Envy.
You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors he went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, The castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel, Medek, and Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems
Old
like
man,
a
значит.
strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was
Значит, вам как бы внимания-то не хватает.
now
Да?
we're here.
Я как бы молодой Индриш. Меня как бы надо утешить. Я как бы молодая госпожа. Вас надо утешить.
Best years are still ahead.
Разберемся.
Would that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own.
Ну ты что, ебанул, что ли?
And let you sleep.
Она эту жрачку мне
I
приносила?
enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Ну ладно, как бы. Так сказать, души друг другу излили. Новые знакомства завели, теперь можно спать. Тупо отдыхать. Да. Пиздец, обожрался. Типа ему кошмары снятся, да? Все вот эти моменты. Бля. Ебать.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Skalitz. Skalitz. Блять, тут open world, ты что, вообще не будешь? Что ли? Сегодня факел со стола. Факел. Может, цвет с факелом. Удерживаешь что, блядь? Я хату не сожгу. Так, стоп, сюда. Так, ова.
Not that I'm spoiling for a fight, but if I have to choose a place, right here between the
Блять, я не знал, что тут нельзя гулять.
Listen up. If it's Sigismund and his army, prepare for the worst. But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you
Почему-то кажется, что этот Радцик ебаный кидок.
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this
Чисто на пиздоболичек выезжает. Тупо предатель.
As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
God.
Ебать он
Brave
удивлен.
young man. But tell me, friend,
Как будто знал, что меня
how on
похоронят.
earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
Well, what will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to
А
join
вот я
us?
сейчас могу это выбрать.
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Ratai now.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrol. Sort out the watches between you as a...
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry. I'll tell the men to relieve you later.
I feel quite hungry.
Че мне типа втыкать куда-то? Бля, нормально чё. Чё по караулу, пацаны? Так. Пекарь. Так. Хрена тут карта. Хотя не такая она и большая. А, во. Не, все равно я еще включу. Тупо тренировать двоечки надо. Бля, ну нормально, как бы дозор несу. Что будем тут стоять-то, блядь? 12-часовая смена, что ли? Имей меня еще.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Иисусу Христу, блядь.
Hey!
Я диалог проебал.
Wandering around like a stray sheep must be. I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning.
I will. Thank you.
Be a bit more careful.
Пиздец. Отвечаю, все как вот прям в реале. Чисто на охранничах просто берешь, нахуй спать, вырубаешься. Поехали. Так, ладно. А, о. Так. О, до 5 утра, да, наверное, хватит.
God be with you.
What do you think about...
Thank the Lord. I
Seems everyone.
Well, and come... By the way...
Thank you.
Все соболезную.
I'm starting to get hungry.
Мне жалко. Сейчас заебал, сколько ждать может. Видите? Чего вы дудите, блядь? Опа? Куда? Пойдем. Ну это ожидаемо было.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalitz and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markvart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markvart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzig Kobyla, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzig of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzig is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Radzig Kobyla is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzig Kobyla is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Типа на базаре вывез.
Get on with you, Robard.
Так, похоронить родных.
Be a bit more careful.
What? It's all the same to me who sits on the throne. Jesus. Law and order in the land. Good health, you.
True enough. Ever since Sigismund conquered. Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslaus's allies.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Kuttenberg? Well, I'm just a simple soldier. But the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed. But it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad. These are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair. Him and Wenceslas's cousin, Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
I suppose because it has a strategic position and good fortifications, so it can be used as a base for raids, giving you control of the whole territory and good defences too, if you need them.
Not at all. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favoured it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed 2 birds with 1 stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
Where did these humans come from, anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said. That they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me, it's always about power and money.
So, Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place...
My parents died there, and I won't leave them to be ravaged by dogs. I have to bury them.
Good God, boy. Do you want to throw your life away for those who can never get theirs back? Do you think that's what they'd want? Forget it.
Блять. Блять, оружие можно было все это время брать на единичку. Ебучий случай. Нахуй этот факел потушить. Степ. Блять, а можно переиграть? Так, стоп, я это нажму. Игрок. А, тут только скиллы можно учить. Простолюдин, ты чё? А, то есть если учишь что-то одно, что-то другое пропадает потом. Угу. Так, ну что, получится тебе теперь будешь нассать? Ты же знаете, что мы не простолюдин. Дорогенький булы.
So, Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad?
My parents died there, and I won't leave them to be ravaged by dogs. I have to bury them.
Да ты охуел. И эта шляпа. Усатая. Ёбаный рот. Ну стой. Нет. Блять, опять все просто зависло. Блять. Ебаная пиратка.
What the hell? Leave it more.
God be with you.
So, Robard.
What would you do there, lad?
My parents died.
Короче, все, я рот это все ебал.